Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IAS Academy. A silent storm is brewing in the far corners of India's northeast, one that is shaking the political foundations, tearing through forest, displacing thousands and triggering tensions that could spill across international borders. जी हाँ, तो मैं बात कर रहा हूं आसाम स्टेट की. आसाम, a state known for its tea gardens, biodiversity, is now making headlines for something far more explosive. That is mass eviction drive targeting alleged illegal settlers, and most of them are Bengali speaking Muslims. But here is the twist. This is not just a land dispute. This is this is about the identity, about power, about borders and history colliding in one of the most sensitive, diverse region of the world. Now, there are several questions that we need to understand. Why are people being called as land jihadis? What happened in Gorkhuti region that shook the people as well as government? And what are the other states? Now, what are other states like Nagaland, Mizoram, Meghalaya? They are suddenly frightening their borders and forming the, you can say, vigilante protocols as well as patrols. Now, the biggest question of all is this really about saving the land? Or is it a political chessboard where communities are being turned into the pawns? So stay with me because in this video, we are going to decode Assam's eviction saga, unravel the complex northeast tensions and understand how this issue is not just a local story, that this is not a local story, but it is a kind of microcosm of global debates on migration, on nationalism, as well as human rights. So this is more than a story from India. Okay, it is about a warning to the world. So first question that comes in our mind, that why is Northeast on edge about Assam evictions? As you can see here, so this news came in The Hindu. So what is the context of the news here? So let me tell you that Assam government is actually running the eviction drive, removing the people who they say have illegally occupied the forest or the government land. And this has actually created the tension across the whole northeast region. Whole northeast region, remember this thing, especially since it targets a specific community and it is going to affect the neighboring states as well. So what is actually happening? So let me tell you that Assam की जो सरकार है, Assam government is removing people from the lands that it says that they have encroached the land, mostly forest land or religious land like Satra land, है ना, religious land like Satra land. Now, the main people being targeted are Bengali speaking Muslims, and they are often labeled as illegal Bangladeshis or Mia Bhai, है ना, इनको ये कहा जा रहा है. So what is the timeline? So we need to understand the timeline as well as background. So let's try to understand. Now, when we go through the background, so we need to understand the 2016 elections. When BJP government came to power in Assam and they have promised to protect the Jati. They have promised to protect the Jati. Jati means community. Then Mati. They said we are going to protect the Mati. Mati means land. And Bheti. Bheti means home. So they have promised that. Now what happened in September 2016? First eviction took place. Now, as you can see here, in 2016, first eviction near Kaziranga National Park after Guwahati High Court ordered to reclaim the forest land. So first eviction took place in 2016. Clear? And then come to 2021. That is Gorukhuti at Gorukhuti. 21 at Gorukhuti. So at Gorukhuti, which is in Darang district, a major eviction led to 2 deaths also. And this has actually raised the human rights concerns. And then after that, this year in June 2025, now in June 2025, eviction restarted. And this came just as the Assam government facing corruption allegations, including in a गिर cow distribution scheme at गोरुखुती. और उसी के बाद से ये शुरू हो गया, एविक्शन फिर से शुरू हो गया. नाउ सवाल ये उठ रहा है, व्हाई इज दिस हैपनिंग? What is the main reason here? So let me tell you that this scenario is a part of long political story in Assam. Now what is that story? Since Assam agitation was started from 1979 to 1985 after this Bangladesh liberation war, so illegal migration took place in Assam and neighboring states. So the Assam agitation was started from 1979 to 85, and there has been a strong feeling against the immigrants. So finally, during the time period of Rajiv Gandhi, as you can see here, a historic accord was signed called as Assam Accord of 1985. Assam Accord was signed, and in this accord it is said that anyone who came to Assam after March 24, 1971 is an illegal immigrant. Now the current government, which is in Assam, now the current government says that previous government, they have allowed illegal settlers for vote bank politics. That is why the eviction is needed to protect the Assamese identity and to reclaim the land. Now the question here is, how big is it? How big is it? So why this issue is important? So we need to understand it is not only related to the Bengali speaking Muslims who are being evicted. In 2022, 130 families, including non-Muslims, they were evicted from Silsako Beel, which is a wetland in Guwahati region. And since 2016 till July 2025, if I tell you the report, at least 5 people have died in these eviction drive. This eviction drive, at least 5 people they have died. And so that is why Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma, he calls it land jihad, and he claims that around 15,288.52 bighas of Satra land. Satra land means Vaishnavite monastery land. So around 15,000 bigha of Satra land, which is called as Vaishnavite monastery land, are encroached by the people of doubtful citizenship. This is mentioned by CM Hemanta Biswa Sarma. And he's also saying that around 3,620.9 square kilometer of forested land, which is under the encroachment as of March 2024. So this data was presented by him. Now, who is being protected or resettled? अब ये हमें समझना पड़ेगा, है ना? Because under the Forest Right Act, as you can see here, under the Forest Right Act of 2006, Forest Right Act of 2006, tribals who are living before 2005 on forest land, they are protected. Now, Ahom families and Assamese ethnic group who were evicted, they were given fast track resettlement, unlike the Muslims. So now this is going to impact the northeast region. This eviction is going to impact the northeastern states. Now neighboring states like Assam से connected कौन से states हैं? So let's try to understand. Nagaland, है ना? Then you can see here Manipur, Meghalaya, all these states. So neighboring states like Nagaland, Manipur, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, all these states are on alert actually, है ना? Why? Because they fear that evicted people, they may try to enter in their states. That is why what happened in Nagaland. So in Nagaland, actually local NGOs, they say Assam is pushing the evictees into their land, and police stopped around 200 vehicles carrying the suspected illegal migrants. And some extremist group in Nagaland, they have created the border patrol forces also. And other states, they have also tightened the rules for inner line permit to control who enters. Okay, so these things are there. Now, apart from this, border disputes and evictions. So if we are going to talk about this border disputes and evictions, so this eviction issue has added to the existing border dispute between the Assam as well as neighboring state. Now Assam kya kehta hai? Assam says that around 83,000 hectares of its land is occupied by the Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland and Meghalaya. This claim is given by Assam. Now, other states, they accuse Assam of settling the migrants in the disputed areas. In return, they also evict people and push them back to Assam also. So, based on this, judicial intervention took place. Now, what was that judicial intervention? तो अब आइए हम बात करते हैं जुडिशियल इंटरवेंशन की. अब हुआ क्या? On 30th July 2025, Guwahati High Court, they have ordered all 5 northeastern states to form high-level committees, do joint eviction drives from forest lands, है ना? So these things were given by Guwahati High Court. Now, so overall, if we see this issue, so this is not just about the land. It is about the identity politics. It is about the illegal migration fears. It is about the environmental concerns, ethnic tension, human rights worries, and border disputes between the northeastern states. So the evictions in Assam, they have created the ripple effects across the region, and that is why it putting the entire northeastern region on the edge. Okay. So overall, with this news, we can say what looks like a simple bulldozer on the ground in the Assam is actually a giant force moving through the time, identity as well as a memory. They are pushing not just homes, but communities, emotions as well as nations to the edge. On one hand, there's a government trying to reclaim its land as well as heritage. And on the other hand, families with decades of memories being erased overnight. And in between, a volatile region, that is northeast, where ethnic pride, historical wounds as well as political pressures, they are colliding like tectonic plates. So this eviction drive is not just about the law and land. It is about the crisis of belonging. It is about the weaponization of borders and deep fracture lines running beneath India's unity. Now the question is not just who owns the land. The real question is who belongs, okay? Who decides and at what cost? So let's remember, when identity becomes a battleground, no one walks away unscarred. So comment below your thoughts, comment below with your thoughts. Do you see this as a justice, politics or something more dangerous? And do not forget to like, share and subscribe this channel Legacy IAS Academy, because there are stories that must be told, not just heard. And from Assam to the world, this is the ground zero of a deeper storm. And we are only just beginning to understand its scale. So this is all about this news. Thank you so much.